Why, hello there, everyone. It's April 22nd, 2020. Let's talk about the stock market. Boy, I've been learning some very interesting things going through this Google Sheets application that looks at stocks, looks at stock prices, looks at information about businesses, looks at sectors, and I've been going through and finding the sectors and looking into some companies. Figured it would be fun every day rather than just do 10 stocks at a time as I'm researching this. I was thinking, why don't I find all the stocks that, for example, went up by more than 10% today? There are 18 of them. Okay. There are 18 of them. I went and grabbed their sectors and stuff. And let's just, well, I mean, we'll just look at the top 10, but I went and I'm going to go through the top, anybody that goes up 10% in a day, and also any company that goes down 10% in a day. I'm going to keep track of those and look into them every day. That's my commitment with the videos. So what's really cool is I did that today. And what I'm just pasting here are the top 10 winners of the day. I've been altering this display sheet so now we can see notes that I have here. WTF on Chesapeake Energy. I have a lot of joking around here because I looked at these on a previous day last week when they went down a lot. They're also energy, a lot of energy. You can see 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 winners today were energy stocks. You're like, oh, wow, energy? Why? Well, oil is so volatile right now, is a complete disaster as we have not enough demand. We're not being active, right? The whole world's shut down, and so the energy situation is drastically swinging one day to the other as these futures oils contracts all of a sudden are just really volatile and crazy. So it's haranguing with the market. As you can see, these are the biggest winners. There's a stock that's up 82% today, but the market cap is micro. This is small time energy stuff that's having wild swings because nobody knows what they're going to do with their tankers. It's a big question mark about when we're going to get back to work, in quotation marks, when we're going to get back to work and start, using this oil. Now, like we look at these stocks, these energy stocks that were all down, and have these big percentage days. It's because they're small caps. So you really, in my mind, even though these are the biggest gainers of the day, they are telling me stay away from the energy and oil sector. Want to see something cool? Let's look at the losers. When we go back here and we look at the losers, how many companies lost more than 10% today? Well, it's all the way down to, 27 of them. Okay. And I looked through all these companies a little bit. Let's take the biggest 10 losers and throw those in here. And what do we see about this? Probably going to see also a lot of small caps, but there's some interesting things, and I'm going to talk about some losers in a second, because one thing I'm noticing about how the world's changing and my views on ways that our economy is evolving. Yeah, a lot of small micro stuff here. Credit Acceptance Corp is a mid one, so that's a sign that consumer finance is starting to suffer here, right? Because that's a mid cap and they're down 13% on the day. That's interesting. The rest of the stuff, how many of these are energy? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the top 5 losers are right, not season now, while potentially, what did I write here? Said rig's not in right now, but there's potential. Is that rig net? No, it's Nick Wars. I don't know. I never heard of that. Yeah. So a lot of energy. GameStop. Yeah. I called GameStop in a video a few days ago. I said, do I have a note on them? I said short them. I thought I had a note on them. I talked about them in a video and how I said that they remind me of, well, Bed Bath & Beyond reminds me of Blockbuster, but GameStop's having trouble too because the kids aren't going to be going to the store anymore. Places where you're communicating with people like you used to in these stores, we're not going to be doing this for a while. We may not be doing it much at all in the future. I mean, with as dangerous as this virus is, this stuff is definitely short-term not happening. You can short these things. It's bad news. Bad news stores like GameStop. There's another one in here I saw Tuesday morning. Boom, Tuesday morning, I would short the Shiznet out of Tuesday morning. They are one of the worst set up businesses for what's going on right now. They're a little more expensive than your discount furnishing stores. What they sell is they sell when you physically go in there and you see something cool that you like, and then you go in and you want, you walk around their stores and you like it. So you have to have that physical interaction with them. They're screwed, and yeah, their market cap's micro. Absolutely, they're done. I mean, you got to survive online in that industry now. As a matter of fact, I want to look up IKEA. What's IKEA's situation? I'm getting a little worried about IKEA now I think about it. Is IKEA on there? Maybe they're not a publicly traded company. I don't have. Maybe that's not their ticker symbol. Let's see if I have IKEA in here. I haven't looked at IKEA. Anything? 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 IKEA home furnishings anywhere? I may need to add them up. Oh, wait a minute. Nike. I got Nike, but I got no IKEA. Well, I guess they may not be a publicly traded company. They may be like a Swedish national corporation. Point is, I think they're going to be also in trouble too, because unless they really change the way, I think I heard a story that they were releasing their meatball recipe. Yeah, because nobody's going there, man. I guess you can order from IKEA online. They're going to have to totally migrate to online and then just have a weird experience where you go there. I really think things are changing, everybody. I think this virus is too dangerous and we're just not going to go out and breathe in other people's air like we used to. So, all right, we're 6 minutes into this. What I wanted to talk about this video when I was looking at the industries of these businesses that are having massive losses and how we're starting to see problems, underlying problems all over the economy, why the market drops so big today. Well, your energy and oil is going to be in flux for a while until we open up. Think of all the oil price problems and everything that's a derivative of oil, which is probably 25 to 50% of the economy that's sort of derivative off of oil and transportation. I don't know that for a fact, but it's just a guess. And so everything related to that all of a sudden is going down because there's no pulling crude out of the ground, refining it, putting it in cars, making money for people. I mean, it is a basic burning type way of making money. We're not going to be doing that right now because we don't need to go anywhere because we're supposed to stay home. So until we open up and start moving around and flying and traveling, which is definitely months away, I feel like it's months away. There's no antibody or vaccine for months. The earliest I've heard is August. So assume that oil is going to be in flux for months as we're oversupplied and the demand is not there and the storage is not there, right? So using that as a guide, you know that anytime you see fluctuations in energy, you should know that that's a mess right now. And if you want to get involved in analyzing industry, go ahead. But the money's being sucked out of that industry. It's not the oil being sucked out of the ground anymore. It's the fact that we're not burning it and using it. That may be a permanent change. If you're an environmentalist, you would champion that change as we would migrate to other ways of getting energy. Using electric cars. How did Tesla do today? They lost today. TSLA. Isn't it TSLA? Where is it? Where'd you go, Tesla? Where are you? Right there. Down 7.99%. You know what that means? That means buy some Tesla. This is a great company. They're at 686. You'll love 686 a year from now. I would say that if you want to hold it. A year it'll be $1,000 or more a share. This company. So you can see they won't stay down for long because they're too smart. And they're going to survive in this world because they're going to they're going to do things like with their solar roofs. I think Tesla owns Tesla Solar too. I'm pretty sure it's the same company umbrella. This company's awesome. They got the Tesla semi truck coming out. There will eventually be transportation, and that's the way we're going to do it. 10% of this company was traded today. Their market cap's $126 billion. That's it. That's it. Is that right? Is that right? I'll eventually have all the automakers in here. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on this file. Really like analyzing all the different companies and seeing how this works. I feel like this is not as much as it should be. I mean, $126 billion is a lot of money, but yeah, I guess so. They have 184,000 shares. You should be a Tesla shareholder. You are somebody if you own one. You should own one and you should be long on Tesla. All right, I should put a price in there for them because I'm talking about them so much. Today our review is 422. I've been paying attention to Tesla forever. If they're ever under 500, you should put your life savings in that company. Put it that way. I've always said that to friends that have asked. If you ever see Tesla under 500, it was briefly under 500. It was at like 450 for a day, right there, which was, I believe, about 3 weeks ago. Actually, let's look. We can figure this out. You can change the number of days here to go back and change these graphs. I think it was less than 30 days ago. Yeah, look how low that is. 45 days maybe. Yep, it briefly went down below like 450, I think, in both of those spots maybe. Right around there, yes, spiking up. So if you ever see it below 500, you go for it. Now, I think it will be $1,000 a year, so I should also have something like a ceiling price where I would never buy above, perhaps. I mean, we could do that. Could add that. I think that's important. Ceiling price. I don't know if I spelled that right or if I'm using the right term for stock market, but I would say that that is 1,000. Meaning I think it's going to be at 1,000 in a year, and I know it can handle that. And by the way, I think it'll be more than 1,000, but I know that it will be at least 1,000 like a year from now. They're a great company, and there are only some really abnormal things that would cause them to go down, and they're not worth caring about, because if they go down, then the world's going down. I mean, what they're doing for the world is fantastic. So that's my talk for Tesla. There's another thing I want to address because somebody asked me about Google. So let's go to Alphabet and Google real quick. And they were asking me how I determine my $1,000 price for Google. And the reason I believe it's the 1,000 that I put out there is that if it gets to 1,000, buy them, because I think that they're going to advance in the ceiling price for them is what? That's a good question, though. They're going to continue advancing well on, but the market's going to drop overall in aggregate, and it's going to bring everybody down. So there's a chance you'll be able to get Google at 1,000 in the next month. This price will go down because you see things starting to dip here the last few days. The reason why that is so many reasons, but everybody's going to need to pull money out. So everybody's going to go down. So if you can get them at 1,000, get it. But yeah, I think they'll be, I was going to say, when are they going to be 1,500 a share? And I mean, they're at 834 billion market cap. I'll start doing the math to actually show you projected market caps and what the shares are going to be. I don't know what a ceiling price is for Google yet, but I can tell you that if you got it at 1,000, you'd be in fantastic shape based on market cap, based on also what I think the most important factor, which is outlook and the fundamentals of the company. They're an information company, and they got it working, and they are not going away. And they're also our guide, they're our outlet to the world when it comes to searching. They still have everybody Google this, Google that. Google, Alphabet, there's an argument to be made that they are the most powerful company in the world. So when you sum everything up by, I could figure out market cap for every company and sort down. I've done it before. There's like some Chilean banks or something that are like the highest market cap, I think, or in the world, but that's nonsense. Like, we think about real American companies or global companies, but have an establishment in America. You can see how they are just up there, and there are just many reasons why I like them and why that ceiling price of 1,000, which is partially based on numbers, partially based on outlook, partially based on just a round look at the chart and visually seeing that, like, oh yeah, they are going to want to go up from that amount. They can sustain when you look at them over say 365 days. Then look at this. I mean, they're well above 1,000. 1,000's like right about here probably. They're well above it, except for this terrible period right here. So if you ever see that again, meaning the double dip, because the economy is flailing on many levels and the fundamentals are just getting destroyed for most of the economy in the world, this has to have an impact on Google too, even though their long trajectory will loop back up to something like there. right? It will get there again. That's probably, I don't know what their 52-week high is. There's a formula to figure out 52-week high. Let's see how smart we can be, right? I'll just type over the notes for a second. 52-week high is probably going to be equals Google Finance. And you got to put the NASDAQ thing and the ticker. And we want what's called 52 high, probably. Let's find out. And the answer is, I put in the wrong thing. Let's look at how we do the formulas here. There's a way to open up the syntax of the formula. And there's a way to help, and I forgot how to do it because I'm so used to using Excel. But we go, what do we do with our syntax? Come on, Google Finance, the question mark, right? It's right there. You go there, and it's going to open up, and it's going to tell you what attributes you can use. If you go to learn more, it's going to pop up, and it's going to say, well, it's going to say your attribute, which you're looking for, Ken, of the 52-week high, is high 52, because you can't spell properly in the right order. Probably low 52 is going to be the low. And you can see that the high is 1532, right? So 1500 is probably the high that I would say don't buy past that, right? That makes sense. So that's our review for the day. What do you do if you want to purchase some stocks tomorrow? Well, pay attention to the biotech sector, pay attention to the testing sector, pay attention to people that are dealing with the virus currently, and also restaurants that are going to survive in the future. And then you want to short businesses that are retailers, that are specialty retailers that nobody's going to go to again. That's what you really want to do. Because like Tuesday morning and stuff, shorting that crap is going to be done. Just look at what their assets are. Figure out if they have anything on their balance sheet that they can sell off, because that's all they're going to get. They're going bankrupt. And that's your stock ticker update for the day.